I'm Dan from the International Recruitment Team. Thanks for joining us. I hope you're safe and well. Today, we'll be focusing on the great range of programs we offer at Federation in our School of Health. We've got a packed schedule of speakers, so I'll try to get through things fast. After a short introduction, we'll hear from Dr. Swapnali Gazula, a lecturer on our Bachelor of Nursing degree and our coordinator of international nursing students, about the excellent facilities, student support and industry connections available through the program. Current third-year nursing student Shyamli is also here to give an international student perspective on the degree. After that, we'll be turning our attention to other exciting programs on offer in the School of Health. In 2021, we're launching a new Master of Public Health, and the program coordinator, Dr. Aziz Rahman, is here to introduce the degree. At our Brisbane campus, we also offer MBA, Health Services Management, and second-year student Ikra will tell us more about her experiences. I'll also be providing details of the costs and entry requirements of all these degrees and more. This year, Federation University is very proud to be celebrating our 150th anniversary as an institution, making us the third oldest provider of higher education in Australia. The university is based in the beautiful regional city of Ballarat, just an hour on the train from Melbourne in the state of Victoria in the southeast corner of Australia. We also now have campuses in Melbourne itself, the regional Victorian area of Gippsland, and in Brisbane, the capital city of Queensland. Federation University has an outstanding reputation for teaching quality, student support, and graduate employment. Last month, the latest edition of the Good Universities Guide annual ratings were announced, and Federation achieved the highest possible 5-star rating in 14 out of the 21 categories. These independent national rankings are based on the results of government, student, and graduate surveys. Federation University is now rated the #1 university in Australia for teaching quality, as well as the #1 university in Victoria for student support, learner engagement, and overall educational experience. We have the smallest average class size in Victoria, which means our students build great connections with their classmates and lecturers and benefit from personalised attention and support. In more good news, the 2020 Graduate Outcomes Survey has named Federation as the second highest performing university in Australia for postgraduate employment. We've also been rated Victoria's #1 university for skills development, full-time graduate employment, and median graduate starting salary for the second year in a row. So students who study with us enjoy a world-class learning experience and outstanding employment outcomes, finding jobs faster and earning higher salaries than graduates from any other university in Melbourne or across Victoria. At Federation, our tuition fees are very competitive and we offer a range of valuable scholarships, helping you to afford the cost of study. All international applicants will be automatically assessed for our International Excellence Scholarship, which is a merit-based award offering a 12% discount off your tuition fees for the entire degree. Students who study at our campuses in Victoria, Ballarat, Berwick, and Gippsland may also receive our accommodation scholarship, which means you can live on campus for at least one semester without paying any rent. Having accommodation arranged for you and at very limited cost will really help you to settle into your studies, especially when you're only 5 minutes walk from campus. We also have a limited number of Destination Australia scholarships available each year. These are new scholarships provided to regional universities by the Australian government to attract students to regional campuses. A Destination Australia scholarship is worth $15,000 per year for the whole duration of your degree. It's a competitive process, but if you've achieved highly in your previous study, it's definitely worth applying. At Federation, we offer high-quality, industry-relevant programs across a wide range of study areas, including business, IT, education, social work, science, and engineering. But today, we're here to talk about nursing and healthcare. At Federation University, we have undergraduate and postgraduate degrees designed to enable students to become knowledgeable, passionate, and fully qualified healthcare professionals. Our School of Health has a reputation for excellence in teaching and learning, with high-quality programs and personalized student support. Our campuses offer state-of-the-art facilities, and we work closely with healthcare providers across Victoria and beyond to offer our students excellent industry connections and placement opportunities. Our campuses in Ballarat and Berwick in particular are located very close to regional healthcare centres, with major public and private hospitals in the local area. Our Bachelor of Nursing is a 3-year fully accredited degree available at any of our Victorian campuses. The degree offers a blended learning experience with a hands-on approach that involves over 800 hours of clinical placements in a range of healthcare settings. We're currently rated number 2 in Australia for learning resources and student support in undergraduate nursing, and we're the number 1 university in Victoria for full-time graduate employment of nurses for the 2nd year in a row. We're lucky to have with us today Dr. Swapnali Gazula, a lecturer on the Bachelor of Nursing, and our coordinator of international nursing students. Swapnali has worked at Federation for 12 years and has extensive experience of teaching both domestic and international students. After completing her Master of Nursing degree overseas, Swapnali undertook a graduate certificate in tertiary education and completed a PhD at Federation. As a former international student, she understands the challenges involved in studying abroad and enjoys helping students transition personally and academically when they start their studies at Federation. Swapnali, thank you so much for joining us. How are you today?
I'm good, thanks, Dan. How are you?
I'm great. Thanks for being here. First, I'd like to start with a big question. What do you think makes Federation University a great place to study nursing?
Well, as you have said, Federation University has consistently been rated high for student support, teaching quality, student-teacher ratio, and skills development, and these are just a few. Bachelor of Nursing is offered at 3 campuses. Mount Helena and Churchill are located in regional Victoria, and Berwick which is an outer eastern suburb of Melbourne. We have a state-of-art laboratory facility which helps prepare students to get ready in a safe and supported environment to gain confidence for caring for the real people. Our curriculum is contemporary and it prepares students to work as future registered nurses in a current healthcare system. Being a relatively small university, our students are not just numbers, but we get to know them over the time that they are with us. We also have a great clinical placement program in a wide range of places within Victoria. So this helps our students to get experience in regional, metropolitan, and community areas. Thanks, Dan.
Thanks, Swapnali. Could you tell us a bit more about the program structure and delivery for international students?
Yes, so the Bachelor of Nursing at Federation University is a 3-year full-time accredited degree, and it is at the successful completion, so students can get registered to work as Division 1 registered nurses in Australia. So international students can undertake the BN program in a standard format, and what this means is students are expected to attend face-to-face weekly classes as well as engage in about 20 to 25 hours of self-directed online study per week. And this is set by the lecturers. Every year we have 2 12-week semesters. So except for the first year of the first semester, our students are sent out on clinical placements for about 2 to 4 weeks every semester, that is within those 12 weeks. And totally they get about 800 hours of clinical placement experience over the 3 years. Thanks, Dan.
Okay, great. Like I said before, Federation has an outstanding reputation for student support. Can you tell us about the support we offer to nursing students, particularly international students?
Sure. So we have a range of services to support our international students. And for example, we have the multicultural student support who organize multicultural events each year, financial information and support to assist students with difficulties. We have accommodation scholarships, social programs for clubs and societies, student careers and employment who assist students in navigating the job seeking process, and international student support who assist by working closely with our international students and direct them to the right resources. Additionally, at our school, we have a dedicated team of academics who support and advise our nursing students. So this team is led by myself with 2 other academic colleagues, and we ensure to have 1 staff member at each of the campuses. So we offer regular support and sessions to touch base with all the students. For example, in the current COVID climate, we have weekly online sessions where students can just drop in to seek advice or just touch base with how they're going. And we just have that regular contact with them. We also have a special orientation program for our international students, and we allocate peer mentors to all newly commencing students for the initial weeks of their first semester. So this all helps them to find their feet, which is particularly very important in those initial days, the initial weeks that they come into the new country. Thanks, Dan.
Definitely. So we're also rated the #1 university in Victoria for full-time graduate employment in relation to nurses. Why do you think that is?
Well, as I said, our graduates get a variety of industry exposure through their clinical placements. And these placements could range in various healthcare settings, such as district nursing, CCU, acute settings, subacute settings, primary care, telehealth, community, medical, surgical, and theatre. And these are just a few that I could think of. All the learning opportunities we create throughout the program help them to develop themselves academically and professionally, which makes them to have a very rounded growth. We also mentor our students closely to understand the job application process, get ready for job interviews through the courses in their final years. And historically, our graduates get employed all over Victoria. So they can go interstate. Some choose to go overseas for having experience out there in the world. And our international students, nursing students, usually get supportive graduate years and employment in regional public hospitals within Victoria, as well as metropolitan private hospitals.
Great. Thanks, Swapnali, for that great introduction to our Bachelor of Nursing degree. Really appreciate you being here today. Someone who can give even more insight into what it's like to study nursing as an international student at Federation University is our next speaker, Shyamli, a third-year student on our Bachelor of Nursing at the Mount Helen campus in Ballarat. Welcome, Shyamli. Thank you so much for joining us today. How are you doing?
Thank you, Dan. I'm going good. How are you?
I'm great, thanks. So Shyamli, can you start by telling us a bit about your background and why you chose to study Bachelor of Nursing at our Ballarat campus?
Yeah. I'm from India and I left my family for the very first time for this course when I came to Australia. So at the starting, it was a bit difficult to leave family, and but when I came here, it was just settling down slowly. So here I share accommodation with my friends and I'm finding it's working for me. And I heard about Federation University from the foreign university representatives. Actually, when I was exploring all other universities of Australia, so I came to know about Federation. Then I found Federation University the best out of all because it is rated the #1 university in Victoria for the way it supports its all students, develop their skills, and for the exceptional quality of teachers. I also had a chat with its current students. So I was really impressed the way they presented Federation University, and they gave very good response about it. And especially they told me about the support they are getting from Federation University. Particularly, I chose Ballarat campus because it is located in the lap of nature, and I'm a great nature admirer.
That's great. You can definitely get into the countryside very easily from Ballarat. So you're in the third year of the degree right now. What's your experience been like of the teaching, the facilities on campus, and the student support you've received?
All right. To be very frank, I'm completely enjoying at Federation University because of multiple reasons. There's not even a single reason. There are multiple of reasons that I can mention. Primarily, the support we get from our teacher is just excellent. They are ready to help us in all the ways possible. For instance, like current academics, future career pathways, and especially to become a good person. Secondly, we have a great help from library, its resources. How can I forget about student support services like Student Advisory Center, Student CNET group, which listen to students' ongoing issues. Like if we get any problem regarding our studies or any other issues, they listen to us. Then Student Financial Aid Team, which helps students who are undergoing financial hardships. Student Studio City, which help in our assignments, and the list for student support is endless.
That's great to hear. Could you tell us a bit more about the clinical placements you've done as part of the degree?
As we know that Federation University is deeply engaged with industries and employers. It supports students to succeed and prepare them for future. Moving further, learning clinical skills in a live environment via clinical placement is the best part of this program offered by Federation University. Basically, these placement means getting hand-on experience with clinical supervisors. These placement keeps getting longer as we progress to the final year as compared to the first year. I have done many placements. My first placement was in aged care and followed by day procedure unit, oncology unit, cardiac ward, theater, mental health unit. And now in future, I have my last placement in surgical ward. I'm excited about that. After every placement, I felt more confident, not only in performing clinical skill on a real patient, but also in becoming a better student nurse while understanding ethical norms of a clinical world.
That's really good to hear, Shyamli. What's your experience been like of life in Ballarat? Do you think it's a good place to study and potentially work as a nurse?
Yes, I was very lucky enough to be part in the Ballarat. Like I got admission in Mount Helen campus, so I feel very lucky about it. Ballarat is a city of nature and tourism. There are plethora of natural lookouts to refresh one's mind and soul. Besides, one cannot get bored in such a place which has a lot of opportunities for both employment and lifestyle. Yes, definitely, it's a great place to study. Apart from universities, library, and other quiet reading spaces, Ballarat itself has numerous libraries located in different parts of Ballarat, where one can have access to computers, internet, books, and can study quietly. As far as my future career is concerned, I feel really secure in Ballarat because it has its major health services. For example, Ballarat Health Services. It has different wards and units where one can get into it after that according to their preferences. Apart from this, it has St. John of God Hospital with a lot of opportunities for new graduates like graduate year program, casual bank, or full-time, part-time nursing jobs. And currently, I'm also working in an aged care as a part-time worker. Like after my first year completion, I was eligible to be part of it. So I'm studying as well as working. So currently, I'm managing well with it.
That's great to hear, Shyamli. Thank you so much for being here today and sharing those great insights into your experiences.
My pleasure.
Good luck with the rest of your degree.
Thank you.
So here are some more details about the Bachelor of Nursing. The degree currently costs $30,900 per year. This is already a very competitive price, but with the International Excellence Scholarship, the cost of the degree could be reduced to $27,192 per year for eligible students, a saving of over $11,000 off the cost of the degree. In terms of entry requirements, all applicants must have successfully completed Australian Year 12 high school studies or the recognised equivalent in your home country with one final year course in either mathematics, biology, chemistry or physics. For English, you need to have achieved an overall academic IELTS score of 7.0 with no band less than 7.0, and we are no longer able to offer EAP courses to meet that requirement. I'd also like to point out that because of the popularity of the program last year, we are unable to offer any credit onto the Bachelor of Nursing for students who have already completed a relevant diploma or degree. So all students need to complete the full 3 years of the degree. The Bachelor of Nursing is available at all of our campuses across Victoria, Ballarat, Berwick and Gippsland. Applications are now open for semester 1 2021. We're not expecting to have a semester 2 intake. At postgraduate level, we offer graduate diplomas in midwifery and paramedicine. These are one-year professionally recognized programs that are available to international students who are already registered nurses in Australia. The diplomas cost $28,500 and are available for semester 1 starts in Ballarat for future paramedics and in both Ballarat and Gippsland for future midwives. We also offer Master of Health degrees, which are 2-year programs aimed at working healthcare professionals who want to upskill and develop their career. The Master of Health is offered at Ballarat campus with specializations in health leadership and research practice. These degrees cost $22,700 per year and are available to be studied full-time, part-time, or fully online for international students in their home countries. At the Gippsland campus, we also now offer a Bachelor of Occupational Therapy honours degree, a new 4-year degree that will soon be assessed for accreditation by the Australian Occupational Therapy Council. Occupational therapy offers a rewarding career pathway of assisting and empowering people to overcome limitations in their daily lives and occupations. The degree is focused on contemporary practice, offering a hands-on approach based on real-life scenarios and cases. Also, in Semester 1 2021, we're launching an exciting new Master of Public Health degree with a strong focus on research and leadership skills for the next generation of public health professionals. I'm very happy to welcome Dr. Aziz Rahman, Program Coordinator for the new degree, who will be able to guide us through it. Aziz is an experienced academic and public health professional with a strong track record of successfully leading research and community projects. He has held academic positions at a number of major Australian universities, including Deakin and La Trobe, and his research interests include tobacco, non-communicable diseases, and the well-being of disadvantaged rural and multicultural populations. Aziz, I really appreciate you joining us today. How are you feeling?
Good, Dan. Thank you very much for inviting me for today's session.
Thanks for coming. So, you've worked at a number of Australian universities. What do you think makes our new Master of Public Health stand out from other existing degrees?
Thanks, Dan. So based on my experience of working at a number of Australian universities, what I have seen that what is the need for the students to get better support for developing their research skills. And that is the uniqueness of this Master of Public Health program at Federation University Australia, where we are trying to emphasize more in developing the research skills of the students so that they can develop their research career or they can choose to do PhD in future. Secondly, we also have the specialization option in the second year. Depending on the interest or choice of the student, they can decide which area they want to focus in the second year. And finally, as you have already mentioned, we are prioritizing more on providing individualized support for the students for their academic progression in their career according to their interest and need, because we do understand there will be diverse background of students. So we'd like to provide that individualized support in this course as well. Thanks, Dan.
Great. Could you tell us more about how the program is structured and delivered and the specialization options available to students in their second year?
Sure. So this Master of Public Health is a 2-year full-time program that is 240 credit points equivalent. So what the student can do, they can choose two exit pathways. If someone decides to choose the first pathway, so that is in 6 months full-time equivalent, and they can exit with graduate certificate in public health with 60 credit points. And if they want to exit at 12 months full-time equivalent, they can exit with graduate diploma of public health, so that is 120 credit points. The students will continue for this 2-year full-time program. So in the first year, they will have all of this theoretical understanding of different areas of public health. Once they know about the subject content a bit more, so they can have informed decision what specialization they can choose in the second year. Depending on their interest, they can choose a research area of their interest, or they can choose a research area specialization in public health informatics or public health economics or health system management. If the student decide no, they don't want to go for the research pathway, they want to focus on project. So there is also another option, they can choose project pathway. Whatever the pathway they choose, either for the research or the project, they'll be guided by an experienced supervisor from Federation University Australia. And as you have already mentioned, we also have this blended learning approach, incorporating both face-to-face workshops and online modules. That gives flexibility to the students regarding their management of lifestyle, their personal and professional lives. Thanks.
Thanks, Aziz. Because of COVID, I think everyone's become very aware of the importance of public health policy, research and communication. What kind of impact do you think the pandemic will have on public health as a profession? And what opportunities do you think will be open to graduates of our new degree?
Sure. So in terms of this public health, I'm pretty sure that everyone now understands what is public health and what is the scope of public health during this COVID-19 pandemic. And we can see this impact not only nationally, but also internationally. But what I want to say is that this is not the only issue for the public health that is impacting on population health. There are lots of issues that is ongoing issues, and that has a huge impact compared to this current COVID-19 pandemic. Say, for example, every 2 seconds, someone aged 30 to 70 years dies prematurely due to cardiovascular disease, stroke, diabetes, or cancer. And most of the risk factors for these non-communicable diseases are preventable. So a public health professional will continue to have lots of opportunities to work in these areas and in terms of prevention or the health promotion. There'll be career options in Australia, there'll be career options internationally. They can work in public service, they can work in private service, they can decide to work as a researcher, they can also work as a health promotion officer, they can work in academia. Even they can think of working in managing or evaluating public health programs. They can be involved in formulating the policies or implementing the policies. And the option of doing a PhD in future, that also remains open. The students who will do the research, that will be the stepstone to enter into the PhD program. Thanks, Dan.
Great. Thank you so much, Aziz, for sharing that introduction to our new Master of Public Health. The degree costs $22,700 per year, which could be reduced to $19,976 for students who meet the requirements of our International Excellence Scholarship. In terms of entry requirements, all applicants must have successfully completed a recognised 3-year Australian bachelor degree or overseas equivalent in any subject area. For English, you need to achieve an overall academic IELTS score of 6.5 with no band less than 6.0. Applications are now open for semester 1 2021 across all of our campuses. Okay, we've got one more program I'd like to focus on. At our Brisbane campus, we offer MBA Health Services Management, a 2-year degree designed to enable students with experience or a strong interest in the healthcare sector to develop the key skills and specialist knowledge needed to step up into senior management positions. The MBA enables students to develop outstanding strategic, entrepreneurial, and management skills with a focus on leadership, policy, practice, and evidence-based delivery in the healthcare sector. I'm delighted to introduce our final speaker, Ikra, a second-year student on the MBA Health Services Management. Ikra, thank you so much for joining us. How's life up in Brisbane?
Not too bad. I think better than Victoria places.
Yeah, we've finally got some more freedom in Ballarat, and hopefully Melbourne will soon. But I'm glad you're having fun up there. Can you start by telling us a bit about your background and why you chose to study MBA Health Services Management at our Brisbane campus?
I'm from Pakistan, and I was a registered nurse back in my hometown, and then I get registered here in Australia, and now I'm working as a registered nurse in different aged cares. Why I choose the MBA Health Services? That's more about, like, I think I am more about leader qualities I think I have in myself, and I'm more like to work in administration side as well. So I don't want to leave my health profession. So when I look into the education degrees, and I find out like MBA is one of the degree that that fulfill my whole things that I want to include it, leadership and in health services. So I try to I got into the MBA Health. And why I choose the University Brisbane campus, I wanted to go with the Federation University, but I was based in basically in Brisbane. I was studying a master in nursing already from QUT, but when I find out that we are having a campus here in Brisbane, just because of basically I can say the good reputation of the Federation University, that's the main reason I choose the Federation University to do my MBA Health Services. Yeah, Dan.
That's great to hear, Ikra. How's the degree been going so far? What have you enjoyed most about studying at Federation?
I can say like every moment in Federation University in 2 years, I am enjoying everything. There's a lot of excited moments I have enjoyed in while studying here. Specifically, if I talk about my study related, it's the sport that we are getting from Federation University. The important thing, like now we are locked down and we are just doing online things. Even if I need help from some of my staff on the weekend, they are happy to help on the weekend as well. That's one of the, I think I can mention for the study related. And other than that, I enjoyed. We're having when we was on face to face and not locked and restricted. We had trips as well in last year. In my first semester and in my second semester, we arranged the trips to go with our staff and other classmates. And the one of the things that university made me actually, I can say, I was shocked at that time that I got an award, that university noticed me that I am really committed to the school values, and they gave me award for that. And they took me actually Ballarat. They support me in a whole situation. Like I really wanted to go to Ballarat, but being international, that's cost a lot to spending things. My university, Federation University, support me in that old stuff. Yeah.
Congratulations. I understand you're a student mentor now. Could you tell us about the student support you've received at Federation? You've already told us quite a lot about the student support you've received, but if there's anything else to say, and can you tell us about how you now provide support to other students at the campus?
Basically, it's all about studies. Like we came from the different cultures or different values and from different educational systems. So when we came in here, we have a different educational system using the Moodle or online things, submitted assessments, or basically more about the plagiarism. Most of the countries don't have the plagiarism things and online checking system. So students don't know like how they're gonna do the assessments, how they're gonna do the reference things. So most of the students I found like they're having trouble with the references things. So I actually most of time I like to tell them how they're gonna read the assessment task clearly, how they're gonna find the keywords, how they should actually go to find out the articles or evidence sports related to that, and how they can actually that's specifically about the studies, and how they can reach to our student support as well if they wanna. Sometimes we are shy to ask the questions, so just giving them emotional support and giving them like go no, you need to ask your lecturers, and that's really, they need to actually really come out from their whatever, like they have different education backgrounds, so that's different, so they need to actually come out and ask their lecturers as well. So I think emotional support also I'm giving, being a mentor here.
Well, thanks, Ikra. I'm sure lots of students have benefited from your support. What are your plans for the future now, and how do you think your experiences at Federation are helping you to prepare?
I want to continue my health profession, and I want to continue with my studies further as much as I can get, because we should be updated all the time. The specific MBA is helping me. I think whenever I'm gonna to apply as a manager or in management post in any hospital in administration, I think this degree is gonna help me a lot, because we have, if I mention a couple of subjects in here, we have, they are teaching us how we're gonna tackle the issues, how we're gonna make the decision as a manager. Basically, that's include the marketing, because when you are in administration, you are dealing with the marketing thing as well, or human resource management part as well, that how we're gonna allocate the staff, deal with outside from the management organization. So that's all included in this course, and there are some subjects that tell us about the policies things, legal environment, how we're gonna do, and how we're gonna actually support our old decisions or our old work with the evidence resources. So I think this degree is one of the good things that if I can apply that old theories to my practical as well.
Well, that's great to hear, Ikra. Good luck with everything, and thank you so much for sharing your experiences today.
Thank you.
So MBA Health Services Management currently costs $28,800 per year. The degree is available for students to start online in November, which would make them eligible for a 16% automatic scholarship, reducing the cost to $23,994. In 2021, the scholarship will be 12%. In terms of entry requirements, all applicants must have successfully completed a recognized 3-year Australian bachelor degree or international equivalent. MBA applicants with lower qualifications will be considered on a case-by-case basis dependent on their previous work experience. For English, students need to have achieved an overall academic IELTS score of 6.0 with no band less than 6.0 or equivalent test score. Like I said, the MBA Health Services Management is available at our Brisbane campus, which operates on a trimester basis, so students can start their degree in either March, July, or November.